What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Kai and welcome back to my world. So for today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a story time about my first boyfriend. Shocker, I know. Anyways, so this is how the story goes. So I was one of those outgoing kids and he was one of those shy. He was kind of shy. I wouldn't say he was shy around me, but he was still very, very outgoing. And so I would say I was a victim of peer pressure because this is how the whole relationship started. So it was like the end of 7th period. And so there was a walkway where like you had to travel around to the side just to get out to the courtyard where you can go through the gate and go outside so you guys can get picked up. So I'm walking on this little side part and I'm walking with my best friend. So me and her, we're just talking about nothing, you know, just saying, oh, you know, what are you doing on Friday? Oh, I'm talking to this person. Oh, I'm doing this. So, you know, just normal stuff. So all of a sudden I hear this. Go, you got this, bro. You got this. You go do it, bro. Go do it. And me, I'm like, what is going on? What are they talking about? What is happening? So all of a sudden, I can't say his name. Let's call him David. So David walks up to me and he's like, hey, look, you know, I like you and all. So you want to go out, you know, with me? And he was kind of awkward with it. So my best friend is looking at me. I'm looking at her. When I hear his like little confession, I look at him because at this time I did not like this guy. Like, you know, I was just, you know, he's whatever. I liked his personality, but I did not like him as a boyfriend. I liked him as a friend. So I looked at my best friend and she's like, you do this, girl. You go for it. Go for it. Because apparently all my friends already had boyfriends and I didn't. I was like the one who did not have a boyfriend. So, you know, I was like, okay, here I go. So I turned to him and I was like, sure, why don't we? I guess. So he was all excited because all of a sudden all you hear is his boys like, yeah, you did it, bro. You got her. You go, bro. You go. So I'm walking fast because I'm kind of embarrassed. Like all of these people were just looking at me and I'm like, oh my God, this is not happening to me. Like, this is not me. It's not me, iced out. So, you know, the first couple of days, it was kind of awkward. It was like that shy relationship. Like, we weren't really like talking, you could say. We were just, oh, hi. We weren't talking how we used to. And this dude was my friend before anything happened. Like, me and him had the deep conversations and we were just like talking for real. Like, it wasn't really like about sports or just gossip. It's like, oh, we really want to get to know the other person. And I didn't know he was feeling me that type of way. So I was like, ooh. Now it kind of clicked afterwards. I was like, oh my God, he actually liked me like that. Like, I never knew. So the first couple of days it was kind of shy and all, but we started getting the hang of things and we started acting more coupley. We started holding hands, hugging, talking. We were still talking like we were in our deep conversations and all. But like, let's say, I think it was like 3 months later after this whole thing. So at this time, me and my boyfriend were dating for 6 months. So around like our 6 month, like, I guess, because everybody used to say you gotta have an anniversary every month. So I guess it was our 6-month anniversary. I don't know. Let's just say it was our 6-month anniversary. But I remember it was on a Wednesday because Winter Ball came out. So I told people, I was like, I'm done with it. I'm done with him because he started acting strange, you guys. He stopped talking to me. He stopped walking me to class. He stopped holding me. hugging me, holding my hands. He just stopped altogether. And when I'm looking for him at lunch, he's never there. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, me and him had the same breaks. So I'm like, what's going on? I mean, I'm confused. Like, he should be here with me right now. Like, I thought we were in this together. So, come to find out, he was with other girls. And I was like, other girls? What are you doing with other girls? He was just talking to them. He was letting them touch on him. I was so upset. I was like, why are you doing this? And he would just walk away and be like, I'm busy right now. So you know what? I broke up with him. I said, I'm done with this relationship because you're not doing anything for me, really. You're being rude to me. You're moving, you're pushing me away. And over time, you guys, I really started to like him. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is my boyfriend. It was my first boyfriend ever. It wasn't like that first love thought. It was just like, this is my first boyfriend. I really care for him. So after this whole first breakup, this was like the first breakup, and he wanted to keep on talking to me. So like after he knew I was serious about this whole breakup, because I stopped talking to him for like a week, he asked me, he was like, he caught me on break one day and he took me to the Nook area where he first asked me out, and he was like, yo babe, let's get back together, you know, I didn't mean anything by it, you know, my grades have been slipping, and you know this, my parents grounded me, and the girl you saw him touching me, she's my tutor and all of that, and I think she has a crush on me, and I'm sorry that I didn't tell you this and all. I'm like, is he serious? And so I didn't really look into it to the girl. I should have looked into the girl, but I did not, because, you know, me, I'm like, okay, well, So I told him, look, I don't want to get back together quickly, but I want you to give me some time to process this. I want to understand this, and just give me a week at least. Just let me think for a minute, because this is kind of like, I just need you to back up for a minute. And so, not even 5 minutes later, the girl who I thought was my best friend, let's give her the name Amaya. So Amaya comes up to me and she's like, are you and David still dating? Because I heard that he's telling people about you guys' relationship and all of that. And me, I'm like, what the heck? What? Huh? Like, I thought our relationship was private, because I thought like we wouldn't be one of those couples that publicize their relationship. I thought we were going to be the private ones, and I guess we could do PDA once in a while, but we're not going to do it like that. Like, we weren't going to be one of those couples. So I'm getting mad. I'm getting frustrated with him now. I go up to him. I'm like, yo, what's the deal? Why are you telling people this? Like, you should not be telling people this. This is private. It should only be me and you. This is our drama, not theirs. Let's not make it a bigger issue than what it already is. I try to end it on a good note. He asked for me back, so I'm waiting. Now, he's trying to break it to you, I hate waiting. Are you serious? I remember being like, this dude did not just say that to me. It's not even 5 minutes, and he's already spreading our business out there like that. So I'm just pissed off, you guys. Like, I'm like, I don't even want to deal with people at this point. So I walk away from him, and I just don't talk to him for like 4 or 5 more days. And so winter ball came up, and at the time we had our school had given us iPads, so we can do like our schoolwork and all that, turn in our assignments that way. So I'm on my iPad, and we get the little email from our teachers and the school board and all of that about voting for Winter Ball, Queen and King, and Princess and Prince. So we were voting, and it was like all of the students were in there, like everybody in the whole school. My school was private, so it's only like there's only like about 100 or 200 something kids there. So it was only like 180 something. So it was just like all of us there, but it was separate for us because it was just for our class. Not our class, but our whole grade. It wasn't the other grades mixed into ours. It was just our grade. So I know some people on there, my friends and all that, and David comes on there and starts saying some negative stuff. So me, I'm still pissed off about this dude. Like, he just told me all of this, and it was only like a couple of days ago, but I'm still mad at him. So you know what? At this time, I thought, let's be petty. Let's be petty. I said, who told you to come here anyways with you talking like that? Like, you need to back out the conversation if you're going to talk like that. People started giving me hate. I was like, what? People just started saying, are you serious, Takai? Like, how can you do this to him? This is my buddy David. Like, this is your boyfriend. You shouldn't be doing that. I said, first of all, we broke up. Second of all, you guys don't know what happened, what he's been doing to me last week. So apparently, let me tell you guys what happened this last week. This boy was sending his friends after me, meaning his friends, any chance his friends saw me, they would get up, literally walk up to me and be like, oh, you're a B, you're doing this, how can you do this to our bro? Like, I was like, come on, how are you guys gonna do that? That's childish. Why? First of all, you shouldn't be in this. Like, he shouldn't have gotten you involved in this, because you're not part of this. You are not the person that I got in a relationship with. So therefore, you need to butt your little head out. So people kind of backed off after that, and I put this dude on private. I put this dude on private conversation. I was like, how can you do this? How can you do this to me? Like, I know you had some type of feeling. I was your girlfriend for like almost the whole school year. Like, how can you do this to me? Like, this is foul what you did. This is very foul. Like, I didn't do nothing to you. How could you? And he just started spouting all of this nonsense. I don't remember what he said, but I remember retaliating back. I remember saying, that's why my cousin dared me to go back out with you. And he was like, what? How could you do that? How could you say that? You know what? In the discussion. And you know what? No. He said, how could you do that and all that? You know, me, I was like, ugh. I'm getting tired of this conversation. I was feeling very emotional at the time. I was angry. I was hurt. So I was like, you know what? End of discussion. I don't want to talk to you no more. Just leave me alone after this. We don't have to talk no more. We don't have to be friends. We can be strangers. That's it. And I remember he hit me back up with something like, you can't tell me end of discussion. You know what? I get to say it because I'm the boss. So, end of discussion. This time he was being very, very childish. So I was like, you know what? End of discussion. I don't want to hear this. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my father and you're not my mother. Therefore, you have no claim over this whole me. You got no claim over me. So I need you to back up. And so it just got to the point where it was just tiring. I just shut the whole conversation off. Like, I just logged out of my email, put my tablet away and put my head down, and I was like, I got a headache. I don't want to deal with people. No one came up to me because they knew, like, she's in a mood right now. So towards the end of class, this dude gets up, starts walking around and showing everybody our conversation, but he deleted, at the time you can delete your like messages. He deleted all of his messages, and it will tell you something like at the end of the whole conversation, it will tell you something about you have deleted something messages of yours. So he deleted all of the little messages that he sent to me that seemed like very, very bad, that showed like he started the whole thing, like what was going on. He showed everybody what I was saying and all the stuff that made me look bad and make him look innocent. So, I told people, I said, yeah, I said that, but did he show you the rest of the conversation? Did he show you the whole conversation? Because that is not what happened. You cannot do that. And I showed him the whole conversation. I scrolled in, I showed him. I have no messages deleted. So they can look at this whole conversation and tell me what they thought. Because people were looking at me like I really done something wrong. I was like, I didn't even do nothing wrong. I mean, I should have never engaged in this whole thing, but hey, what are you putting my business out there like that? And so everybody was like, yo, I didn't know you guys had problems like that. And so right when the bell rang, I remembered he called me a B word. I was like, excuse me? He said, you heard me? And he walked off. And I remember I wanted to slap him so bad. I remember like my hand going like this. But then I was like, don't do it. Because my friend, she pulled my hand back like that. And she was like, don't do it. It's not even worth it. So I was like, okay. After this whole thing, I was just very hurt. I was quiet. I just didn't want to talk to anybody. Not even 2 days later, he was dating the girl that I thought was my best friend. The one that said, yo, your boyfriend's putting your business out there. He started dating her not even 2 days later. And I was like, are you serious? How could you do that? I'm still like angry at this dude. Even though I was hurt, I still cared for him a little bit. And so I was like, how could you do that? Like, why would you do that? I'm supposedly your best friend and you're gonna do this? She was like, oh girl, stop it. It wasn't even like that. Me and him only dated for like an hour or so. I'm like, an hour or so? That does nothing for this. So, yeah, that's my story, guys. I hope, like, it was very traumatic for me. It was like my first boyfriend. This happened. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys put a comment down below. Also, please turn on your post notifications so you guys can get notified every time I post a video. Also, subscribe to my channel so you guys can get notified. Yeah, subscribe, And if you guys ever want to make your own YouTube videos and just need help, tips and tricks on how to do it, please check out TubeBuddy. The link will be in the description box below. So I hope you guys enjoy.